Today's lesson is the third lesson in Chapter 5, Properties of Addition and Multiplication. What we are going to do today, we will solve questions like this question, simplify the expression, and also these questions. Let's also simplify the expression. Salim, when you come late, do not use your mic. Wa alaikum assalam. To start, I need you to open your book's page. What is the page?
216.
Yes, thank you, Ahmed. Go ahead, everyone. Open your books, page 216. And before we start, I want to ask a question. If you have the answer to my question, raise your hand and do not use your mic. I need you to find 7 plus 8 plus 3. Pretty easy, but I need the fastest way that you can use to find this sum. Abdurrahman?
Teacher, yes.
Okay.
Yes, 7 plus 8 equal 15, plus 3 equal 18.
Okay, thank you, Abdurrahman. Faris, do you have another answer?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
We do 7 by 3, so it will be 10. And then we have 8, so it's 18.
Okay, I like your answer, so let's do it again. You said that we will add 7 plus 3 first, because in this case we get 10. So you need to add 7 plus 3. So I will get the 3 next to the 7, right? Like this?
Yes.
7 plus
Yes.
3, then plus 8. What is the name of this property? You changed the order. You get the 3 here and the 8 here. Okay, we call this commutative. And now, you said that we need to add these two, so we will put brackets here. And when you put brackets, we call it associative. Because we have three numbers, we need to add the first two first, then add the third. So this is associative. And now, you said that 7 plus 3 equals 10. And don't forget to put this 8. And 10 plus 8 is 18.
18.
Thank you, Faris. I like your answer. So, my heroes,
No problem.
here we see that we can use properties to make it easier to add numbers quickly. Because we know that 7 plus 3 is 10. And this is easy to add. Okay, now let's move to the main idea of this lesson. But also we need to see something here in the top. In the top here, you have expressions that result in the same number for any value of each variable are equivalent expressions. So, you can use commutative property and associative property to write equivalent expressions. What is commutative property? The commutative property says that changing the order of addends or factors, addends of course for addition. So we have commutative property for addition and we have commutative property for multiplication. So changing the order of addends for addition or factors for multiplication does not change the sum for addition or the product for multiplication. Let's see.
Teacher.
Okay, you cannot interrupt me, my hero. If you have any problems, just raise your hand. In numbers, 5 plus 8, the two addends are 5 and 8. We can't change the order, so it will be 8 plus 5. And the sum will not change. So, my hero, do not interrupt me. If you have any problems, raise your hand. So 5 plus 8 is the same as 8 plus 5. And in algebra, we can write it a plus b equals b plus a. And also for multiplication, changing the order of factors will not change the product. So 5 times 8 is the same as 8 times 5. And in algebra, we write it using letters. A times b equals b times a. So this is commutative property. Okay, someone asked about the page. This is page 216.
Page what, mister?
216. The second property here is the associative property. And in associative property, it works also for multiplication and for addition. And it says that changing the grouping of addends of course for addition, or factors for multiplication, does not change the sum for addition or product for multiplication. What do we mean by grouping? Oh, let's see. We have here 7. No, Faris, please listen, just listen. We know the properties already, but we need to go through them quickly. 7 plus 4 plus 2. What do we mean by these brackets? The brackets here means that we should start by adding 7 plus 4 first. And it's the same if we start adding 4 plus 2 first, then add 7 to the sum. So when you change the grouping, the sum will not change. The same for multiplication also. So for addition, if we have three numbers, A plus B plus C, and we are adding the first two numbers first, it's the same if you add the second two numbers, then add the first number to them, to the sum. For multiplication also, you can change the grouping. It was 7 times 4, then times 2. It's the same as 7 times the product of 4 times 2. So A times B times C is the same as A multiplied by B times C. Okay, we need to see some examples for this to make sure that we understand it. And let's see the first example here. We use this to simplify expressions. In the first question, we need to simplify the expression 7 plus 12 plus x. As you see here, we have two numbers, 7 and 12. We need to add the two numbers first. So to add the two numbers first, we need to change the grouping. Help me, my heroes. What property changed the grouping? Which property changed the grouping? Yes?
We add 7.
I need the name of the property.
Yeah.
The property in which we change the grouping.
The 7 plus...
No, I need the name. It's associative property of addition. Addition, of course, because this is addition. Okay, thank you, my heroes. So, we will use associative property. We didn't use it yet, but how to use it? We will use it by writing 7 plus 12 in brackets plus x. So, what did we do now? We are trying to add the first two numbers first. Then add the third number. We are changing the grouping. 7 plus 12 equals 19. So it will be 19 plus x. Yes, Abdurrahman.
Teacher, it's what? It's what, teacher? X. 4, 3 like this. What? What's the number
I don't
of
understand
X?
your question, Abdurrahman. What do you mean? The value
What's
of
the
x?
number? Yes.
We don't have the value of x. It's a variable.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, Diya?
Okay. Why do we put the 7 inside and the X out the brackets?
Okay, because we need to add 7 plus 12.
Okay.
In the next question, which two addends should we add first? Help me. I think the numbers. Right? So we need to add 6 and 1/10 and 8 and 4/10.
8, yeah.
But they are not next to each other. I need to get them near each other.
So we read 8.4 inside and the X out.
Okay, so if I want to write 6.1 first, then 8.4, then x. So I am changing the order in which property we can change the order. Which property changes the order of addends?
Associative.
Yes, exactly, Ahmed. So we will use, you said associative?
Yeah.
No, remember, associative changes the grouping. But I said we need to change the order. I need to write 6.1, then 8.4. So now I can change the order. Okay, in the solution here, we changed the order of x and 6.1. We get x first, then 6.1. Okay, now we will use associative property, Ahmed, to add 6.1 and 8.4. And just add them, it will be x plus 14.5. Let's see the next one. We have 5 times 11y. 11y means 11 times y. Okay, which two factors should we multiply?
5 and 11.
5 and 11. Do we need to change the order?
No.
No, because we have 5 first, then 11, then y. We do not need to change the order. So we do not use commutative property here. If it's urgent, you can go.
Associative property.
Yes, we will use associative property for multiplication. So we will multiply 5 by 11 first, then multiply the product by y. 5 times 11 equals 55. So it's 55y.
Teacher, can I go toilet?
I said yes, Salim. Quickly. Okay, if you need to check your work, you can use a value for x to make sure that what you get, for example, a here for the first one, if we use x equals 2, so we are checking that 7 plus 12 plus x will be the same as 19 plus x, yes or no? That's what we are checking. So to check it, we will use any number for x. Let's say that we use x equals 2. So substitute 2 for x. And let's now find the value. 12 plus 2 equals
19.
14 plus 7
21.
21. Now, to the right side, 19 plus 2.
21.
So they are the same. So the solution for letter A is correct because we get the same value when we try to use a number for x, a value for x. Okay,
Teacher,
now
I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Can you please just explain
you will
and
get it when you solve by yourself. Question 1, 2, and 3. Okay, solve these questions. You have 1 minute. Go ahead. Raise your hand when you finish. Abdurrahman, Faris, Fahad, Rida, Diya.
Finished, teacher. I am finished.
Okay,
finished.
I'm checking. Okay, Abdurrahman. And Fahad?
Yes, teacher.
Did you finish solving these questions?
Yeah.
Okay, solve with me question number 1. Go ahead.
Okay. 10 plus 8 plus 9. Okay. 10 plus. Wait, teacher. 9. I mean, yeah.
You will
8.
change the order.
Yeah, 9.
9 plus A. What is this
Plus
property?
What?
What is the name of this property? Commutative
I think
property of addition.
property of
Now,
add.
you need to add 10 plus
Teacher,
9
wait,
first,
what
right?
means A?
What?
What means A? A. What means?
A is a variable.
Yeah, but it's number or we will
Oh,
plus
yes,
like that.
it's a number that we express it using a letter.
1.
Because we don't know what is the value of A. So use it as a letter.
Okay.
Okay, it's a hidden letter. It's a hidden number.
Hidden.
We hide the number behind the letter. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, now we need to add the numbers 10 and 9. So we put them in brackets.
19.
And in this
19.
case, I need the name of the property. I should write the name of the property.
Common property.
This one is not commutative. This one is associative property of addition.
Of addition.
Okay, now
equal
19.
19.
Yes. Plus
plus
A. That's it. We just added 10 plus 9. Thank you, Fahad.
Yeah, it will be 19A.
19A. No. Wait. 19 plus A is not 19A. 19A means 19 multiplied by A. Okay, Fahad? Okay.
Yeah.
Rida?
Like the test, teacher. In the test, you make it like that.
What, Fahad? What about
in
the
the
test?
Yes. Like that. 19A.
I don't get it, Fahad, but okay. I don't get what you need to say. But if you mean that we have questions like these in the test, I don't think, but we have questions that asks you to write the expression.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Expression,
Okay, Rida? Question number 2, Rida. I don't have space here, so I will write question number 2 here. Rida?
Yes, Mister, I am Rida.
Go ahead.
First, we can get the 1 over 2 behind the 2 over 3. And the C, it will be...
Are you going to change the order of the grouping?
Yes.
Which one? The order?
No, mister.
You
The
will
C,
change the
it will
grouping.
be on the place
So you mean C
of-
plus the quantity 2/3 plus 1/2, right? That's what you mean?
Yes, that's how I mean.
Okay, what is the property here?
It will be 3 over...
I mean the property. Associative property
associative
of
property
addition.
of addition, yes.
Okay, now you need just to add 2/3 and 1/2. What is 2/3 plus 1/2?
It is 3 over 5.
3 over 5? What? Why? Why? I don't get it. Why?
And
Okay, so I see that we need to check how we add numbers. Sorry, not numbers. How we add fractions. You should have the same denominator. So I will write it in the top here because you don't remember it. 2/3 plus 1/2. Okay, we need common denominator. So the common denominator will be 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2, it will be 4. The 2 becomes 6. So we multiply by 3. We do the same with the numerator. 1 times 3 equals 3. Now add both numerators and denominators. Sorry, the denominators, we do not add them. We put the denominator, yes, and add
7 over 6.
7 over 6. And this is improper fraction, so it will be 1 and 1/6.
Oh,
So it's C plus 1 and 1/6. Okay, thank you, Rada. Question number 3. Faris?
Yes. Hello, teacher.
Yes, my hero, go ahead.
So 5 for n.
5 times 4n. What should we do?
Okay. So n is just a variable, right?
Yes?
So shouldn't we multiply?
Yes!
Okay, so
You need to
5
multiply 5 by
4n.
4 first, right? So
Yeah.
you need it to be 5 times 4 first, then
Would be
times
20.
n. The property, what is the name of the property?
Addition.
Addition is not property, addition is operation. Commutative or associative?
Associative.
Yes. So this is associative property of multiplication. Okay, now multiply.
5
will
times
be
4 is 20.
20 n.
And then n. 20 n.
Yes,
Because
thank
20
you,
and
my
then
hero.
and then
Exactly,
our,
Faris said.
a letter,
Thank
it
you.
means multiply.
Okay, my hero. Okay, my
Okay,
heroes,
thank you,
any
teacher.
problems? Is there anyone writing?
No.
No.
Okay, now let's move to the next page. And here we have more properties. The property here is addition property of 0. The sum of any number and 0 is that number. So 7 plus 0 is 7. And as algebra, 7, a plus 0, anything plus 0 gives the same thing. And in multiplication, we have multiplication by 0 and multiplication by 1. The product of any number and 0 is 0. Like 9 times 0 equals 0. So a times 0, anything times 0 equals 0. The product of any number and 1 is that number. Like 4 times 1 equals 4. So any number a times 1 equals the same number a. Let's see examples for this.
Teacher,
9
can I
times
get
0
ready?
times b. So here we have associative property that we can use to multiply 9 times 0 first. Change the grouping. 9 times 0 is 0. And now 0 times b equals what?
9 times what?
0 times p equals
0.
0. Okay, in the second expression, 5.4 times r times 1. So we can use associative property to multiply the first 2 first or the second 2 first. So if you are multiplying r by 1, what is r times 1? I'm waiting. What is r times 1?
R.
R.
Isn't it R1?
No, r. Any number times 1 gives that number. So it will be 5.4 times r. Now 5.4 times r is 5.4r. Okay, now let's solve these questions. Abdullah Shaqaq. Quickly, Abdullah.
Mr. Abdullah Shaqaqiq or Abdullah Shaqaq?
Okay, Abdullah Shaqaqiq, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Question number 4.
12 multiply b multiply 0
Yes.
equals 0.
Okay, we need to do it in steps. So we will multiply b by 0 first.
b by 0, it will be 0.
Okay, so 12 times b times 0. What property did you use?
We use
Associative
so
property of multiplication.
of multiplication.
And multiply. 12
Multiply.
times b times 0 equals?
0.
And this is multiplication by 0. Okay,
Yes.
then 12 times 0 equals 0. So again, multiplication by 0. Okay, for question number 5, we don't have enough space here. So we need to solve it next here. Diya. Diya. Abdulaziz Zara. Ahmad Sultan.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, Ahmed, go ahead.
We multiply by 24 by 1.
Okay, so you need to change the order?
Yeah.
Okay, if you change the order, so this is
1 multiply 24.
what is the name of this property?
It's
Commutative
properties.
of multiplication. Okay. Now,
1 multiply 24.
you need to multiply 1 by 24 first, right? What is this
Yeah.
property?
It's associative property of multiplication.
Associative, okay, associative property of multiplication. Okay, continue.
1 multiply 24 equal 24. 24 multiply n.
What property did you use here? Multiplication by
24.
1. No, you used multiplication by 1 here. Because you get 1. 1 times any number equals that number. Okay, now 24m, just rewrite it. Okay, thank you, my hero. Okay, I will leave for you question number 6 to solve by yourselves. And now I'll send to you the link of the game. Which property is used in the following expression? As you see, we are just changing the grouping. We change the grouping. So it's associative property. In the next one, which operation will not change the value of the non-zero number? Of course, adding 0. Name the property. We changed the order, so commutative property. Which of the following is commutative? Commutative property. In this one, 3 plus x equals x plus 3. We need to simplify this. We have x plus x plus x, so 3x, and 3 plus 5, using associative property, of course, you can add these. 3 plus 5 equals 8, so 3x plus 8. And here, which property of addition is shown? What is this property? It's associative property. Okay, my heroes, any problems, any questions?
Teacher, can we leave?
Yes. See you tomorrow and goodbye.